friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Heart to heart, let's talk about shacking. Now, shacking can be viewed in so many different angles. Some people are for it, some people are against it. Let me start off with this disclaimer. I do agree that you can live with somebody, and if you have enough self-control, you're not going to sleep with them, or you're not going to invest too much. Some people are strong enough to do that. They will make this agreement, live with their partner, and it's just that. Like, they still have limits. I won't start doing this until we get married or until the relationship deepens or whatever. Now, those are some very strong people, and that is an exception to the rule. And I'm gonna be honest, that is really hard to do, because when you get into routine and you get comfortable, you're going to start doing things like you're married already. Now, when I'm talking about shacking, I'm talking specifically to my babies who are in a relationship and you do desire to get married, or you want something more than just the boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever type of relationship that you're in, type of situation. I'm talking to you, because some people will say, well, you live with somebody, that's shacking with somebody. If you live with your friends, y'all be taking stuff too literal. Everybody's definition is different. I get it. This is about relationships and situationships. So if you are in one of those and you are wanting something more than just the typical standard, I'm with you, you're with me, and that's it, I strongly advise against living together. I strongly advise against it. And the reason is because people get into routine. We get comfortable. Men and women alike, we get comfortable. Why fix it if it ain't broke? Or why buy a cow when you get the milk for free? That may sound like those sayings. It's like, oh, that's so stupid. That's so cliche. I'm tired of hearing it. That doesn't always happen. This is 2024. It does happen. Trust me. And as the woman, don't try to say that you would never be like that. If you were in a relationship with somebody and y'all lived together and that man wanted to marry you, that you would go for it. Because that ain't always true either. Because the thing that I learned is when you're living with somebody, you learn a lot of things that you just don't like. The things that were, cute in the beginning, you deal with that on an everyday basis, it's different. Your mind starts to change. You start seeing things that you like, hold up, I don't like this. I don't like that you come in the house and you take your shoes off and leave it in the middle of the floor. I don't like that you don't cook. I don't like that you don't clean up. You start noticing these things, and that starts to depreciate the relationship. And that's the truth. I've been in a relationship where I could have been married. That's why I don't complain about not being married, because I understand I could have been married a couple of times. But I knew, because I never not live with my partner. So I knew what I seen, and it turned me against the relationship on that level. I started seeing it more of, I could be in a relationship with this person, but I don't think I can marry this person. I don't want to spend the rest of my life married to somebody who is like this. I don't feel like we're compatible with our living situation, with the way that we think about life, with the way that we carry ourselves. Like, I started to see those things, and I shied away from it. Absolutely not. I do not want to get married to this person. When I was asked, I was honest, but because my partner was already in a relationship with me for so long, they stuck around. But I kept saying I didn't want to get married. A lot of it was trauma from, childhood, seeing things growing up, seeing things about marriage I absolutely did not like. And I had to work really hard to get through it. And I still suffer from that sometimes. But another part of it too was the person I was dealing with. It was realizing the arguments. It was realizing the trust issues. It was realizing they're not as cleanly as me, or they're not as respectful as I would like for them to be, and all this different stuff. What is the point I'm trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is, if you're a man and you shacking up with a woman and you think, oh yeah, after some time she's gonna marry me because women want marriage, brother, I am telling you the truth. If that woman does not want to marry you, if she sees something that she feels like she cannot deal with, and she's a strong woman, she will not marry you. And I'm being honest I am here. I am a single woman. I've never been married. I have been in relationships where I was asked and I was living with that person and living in sin, not because we were living together, but because we were having sex and doing everything like we were married, but we were not married. And when I was asked, because I knew that the direction in life that I was going and what I needed out of my potential spouse was not what I was getting in the relationship. And I was woman enough and wise enough and truthful enough with myself to tell myself, like, hey, what you're getting now is just going to exacerbate in a marriage. It's not going to get better. It's just going to be more of this, but more comfortable because now you guys are married. So I did not get married. Back then, especially, I was more of the gullible, I don't want to hurt your feelings, the people pleaser and all that. And I still did not go through with it. So don't think that you can get this woman to marry you just because you move her into your home or you move into her home. There's a lot of women who don't care. Don't they have a man and that man wants to marry them? They're going for it. They don't care how terrible the relationship is. They don't care how unhappy they feel. They will do it. So like I said, I'm an exception to the rule in a negative way because I was the man in a lot of cases, because you hear a lot of women talk about relationships and, being with the man for so long and the man doesn't marry them. That's just a typical thing you hear, but you don't hear too many times where it's the woman that don't want to move forward. I was that woman. Now on to the next topic of what we commonly hear. Now, ladies, just because you let that man move in with you or you move in with him and you're giving him sex, you're giving him time, you're giving him companionship, you are Molly the maid, you are making sure that everything is taken care of. He doesn't have to do anything but be a man, show up and help you pay the bills or pay all the bills, whatever it is that y'all got going on. Don't think that man is going to choose you. Again, just like me, that man is watching y'all interactions. Yeah, he's going to stick around because you're help. I stuck around because I was getting help. And I loved the person. And I had companionship. I didn't have to be alone. Get that through your head. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm a woman and I'm telling you this. Imagine what a man is going to be thinking. So that man is going to stick around because he is getting his needs met. It does not mean that he's going to get married to you at the end of a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. What you're doing, both man and woman, what you're doing is allowing your partner to get comfortable and to take advantage of the assets that you bring to their life. Did you hear me? You are allowing them to have full access to something they don't deserve. They're not your husband, they're not your wife, but you're giving it to them and you're showing up as their spouse because let's be real, 9 chances out of 10, you're not living holy when you're living with somebody. You may try, you may really have the heart to do so. You may really have a desire to live that way. But let's be honest, if you're attracted to your person, you're in love with your partner, and you guys been together for a little while, you're living together, that's full access. Temptation is flowing all through that apartment, all through that house. You cannot tell me, no matter how strong your walk is with God, you cannot tell me that you're able to resist, especially if you're living together, and especially if it's been some time. The temptation is going to take over, and even if it just happens one time, you're still going to fall into that sin. Now, again, I understand that not everybody believes that. Not everybody believes that you have to wait until marriage. That's fine. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I am not here to tell you anything different. But the main reason for this video, one, yes, is to encourage you to live God's way, live more godly, because we playing with our lives too much and we don't know how much time we have. And to be playing with life like this and to get into relationships and situationships and doing all this and not being the will of God is very dangerous. Because if something happened to you, you were to die tomorrow, just for what? I'm not saying that you automatically go to hell for that. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, for believers. You can't just don't play with God. If you want to believe in God, then do things his way. If you don't, stay out of the boat. That's it. That's it. God is not mad at you either way. He just don't want you playing with him. You can't be like, I love God so much. I'm all about God and all this stuff, all up in his boat. But you over here got your anchor down because you want to be a part of the world. You don't want to get too far from it. So anyway, fast forward back to what I was saying. So that's one of the reasons for, if you're a believer and you do want to wait until marriage before you are intimate, or at least try really hard to stay away from that sin, living together is not ideal. The biggest thing is getting into these relationships and hoping that it's going to move forward. It is not. It's very rare, or else you're going to stick around for 6+ years just shacking, just being together, and that's all it's going to be because they're comfortable. They don't feel like there's anything that needs to be fixed. Like, we're together, I'm with you, you're with me. Why do we got to take it to the next step? Then that's when they start thinking more logical on the legal side, and they start thinking like, well, I got all this going on. I don't want to take the chance of gambling it into a marriage. And she might feel like, I don't want to have the constraints of being married to this person just in case I want to walk away, or it's just too much time to think about these things. This is real life. Let's be real. Nobody goes into marriage 100% ready. Most people go into marriage half in, half out, and not half in, half out as far as loving you or wanting to be there, but half in, half out as this is the right thing I should be doing, because you don't know. How do you know? People change every day. How do you know your spouse is not going to change on you next year? You don't know. So it is a gamble. So they're thinking about this while you guys are living together, and they're seeing the flaws. They're seeing the arguments that's happening. They're seeing the insecurities. They're seeing all this stuff, and then they're starting to think, do I really want to, why can't we just keep it the way it is? And because you're getting help, and you're feeling supported, and you have somebody to talk to, you can say you're in a relationship. You don't have to tell people you're single. You're going to get comfortable with it. And they know that. They know that. And so they're going to drag it out as long as they can until you're strong enough to walk away, or until they find somebody else, or until they get strong enough just to walk away. Like, I don't want this, and just walk away. So what I'm saying is, if you are marriage minded, male or female, do not put the cart before the horse. I understand the cost of living is expensive. Yes, it would be an amazing thing to have someone share that responsibility, share life with. I get that. I think about that too. I'm human. It's hard out here. It's extremely difficult. You're working your tail off to make sure that you can just pay your bills. I get that. When you're living with somebody, you think about just, wow, all that stress is relieved off of you. But that's how the devil is working. He's never going to work in a way that is going to be something that's not ideal for you. He's just got his ugly head in the middle of life right now. And so, yeah, all these expensive bills and the expensive living and trying to eat and all this stuff is so expensive because he wants you to make that mistake. He wants you to get into this relationship and get stuck in just being boyfriends and girlfriends. He doesn't want you to get married because he hates marriage, because God loves marriage. So if he can get you to like somebody enough and to trust somebody enough to let them move into your home, or you move in with them, he got you, because he knows the spider web of when you get into those situations and how it's hard for you to get out of them. The other thing is, there's a lot of people who is letting people move into their homes. And I'm saying people because men and women alike. There's a lot of perverts out here. There are people, R-wording your children. That's, A-wording your children, who is not about the right, who is just bringing evil into your home. And the devil knows that too. He knows that too. So he's trying everything. He's doing all temptations your way. Y'all got to be careful out here. Y'all in a rush to be in a relationship, but y'all not really thinking big. What is this going to look like if I move in with this person? especially if you have kids. And then y'all moving people in your home super fast, less than 6 months. You don't know nobody like that. It's a trap. But anyway, if you are marriage minded, which was the purpose of this video, do not give in to shacking up with your partner, because you're going to be constantly anxious about, are they going to ask me to get married yet? Are they going to say yes to me asking them to marry me? Like, you're always going to be so anxious. You don't have to do that. You're just trying to make sure that they are going to marry you, because you're like, I'm investing so much in myself. And that's what you're feeling like. You're going to want a return on your investment, male or female. You're going to want a return on that investment. You're investing your time. You're investing money. You're investing your body. You're investing so much. Why would you not want something bigger than just being a boyfriend or girlfriend? My thing is, if you want to be in a relationship where y'all live together and you are marriage minded, do that first. And that way, if they say, no, I don't want to marry you, or why don't we wait a while, or I'm not ready yet, or whatever the excuse is, don't move forward. You can still be in a relationship with them because maybe they're telling the truth, but don't move forward and trying to go find a place with them, because you may be just stuck in that position of the boyfriend or the girlfriend, the placeholder. There's no real commitment. I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend commitment, but I'm talking about real, to be living with somebody, you need a way stronger commitment than you my man, you my woman. Take it from me, like I said, I've wasted people's time. People has wasted my time. It's real life. And I'm telling you, the common denominator in all those situations were that I lived with my partner. Every relationship, I never not lived with my partner except for since I've been 30. Like, if I date now, I'm not quickly trying to live together. I'm just like, no, I'm determined to wait until marriage. So that's all I have to say. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm not here to judge. Like I said, I've lived with all my partners and it landed me nowhere. So be careful. Don't let nobody use you. Don't get into situationships, and don't get stuck just being the boyfriend or the girlfriend, because you're making the other person feel like they're getting everything that they want. They may not want to marry you. And so don't put yourself in that position if that's what you want. Make sure you do things the right way. God said he wants it that way for a reason. It's to protect you. It's not to control you. It's to protect you, really. And yeah, just don't do it. Don't be out here shacking with people. But y'all let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment box below. Let me know what you think there. Make sure that you're polite and courteous, because someone like myself is reading your comments, and we're not here to be negative or to tear each other down. When we're here to let each other know that we're not alone and that other people have the same problems too. Some people just don't know who to talk to. So we're here as a safe space for us to talk and to get ideas and to just help each other grow. Or you can send me an email if you like. Just let me know there if you want to talk about this conversation, something else. And if you don't want me to share your message, just let me know that as well. We'll keep it between us. If you do want me to share like a testimony or advice or whatever, just put share in the subject line and I will do that for you. And if there's a topic idea that you would like for me to talk about, let me know that as well. And if I feel that it is something that I can talk about, I will do so. But y'all be blessed. I love y'all. God loves you. Jesus loves you. And you make sure that you love yourself. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful day. And we will talk next week. Bye.